Alright, so due to popular complaint, we would like to do one of the horrible ones out of 11.6. So we've chosen number 43 at random from all the horrible ones out of 11.6.
Is that top one a 2z or a 2-7?
It's a 2z. So I've got 7.6 to the minus 2z is 5.3 to the minus 2z minus 1.
No,
You got a big old line.
it's 2z minus 1.
What?
Not minus 2.
Oh, 2z minus 1.
It makes a big difference.
Oh, man.
Okay. All right, so fundamentally, what would I like to do with this?
The base, you would like to,
Yeah, I'd like to make the bases the same, right?
yeah.
You guys see that? Do I have any hope at all of doing that?
No.
Not a chance.
Didn't you say we could pretend that we could just ignore them or something?
If they're the same, we can kind of pretend that they're not there. But when they're different, we're sort of hosed.
Yeah.
So I want like z equals a number, right?
Yeah.
That means I need to get the z down. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Conveniently, I have like this one, right? But what do I need on the outside to do this one? Yeah, I've got to have a log. And it doesn't matter what log. This is kind of the beauty of this. You can pick whatever log you want. The log rules still work. I would, however, advise for one of the logs that's on the calculator. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so pick your favorite log that's on the calculator. Log base 10?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's hit both sides with a log base 10. So I'm just going to take the left-hand side and the right-hand side and feed them into a log base 10. So I'm going to get log base 10 of
7.6.
7.6 raised to the minus 2z. And this is going to equal log base 10 of the stuff on the right. Perfect. 5.3 to the 2z minus 1. Guys cool with us?
Yeah.
This makes your life easier, not harder, I promise.
Yeah, I see what you're doing.
So then we might use our rule about pulling exponents down, right? So I'm just going to take this thing and pull it down.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to take this thing and I'm going to pull it down. You guys see that? So at our next stage, after applying the log rule, we're going to get,
2z log base 10.
and we don't really need to write the base, so log of
7.6.
7.6, and that's going to equal
2z minus 1 log 5.3. And some of that stuff.
Okay, so I've got 2z minus 1 times log of 5.3. Have I messed anything up so far? I would advise one thing here. What do I mean to multiply by the log 5.3?
2z and 1.
Yeah, that whole thing, 2z minus 1. So I really should put some parentheses in here. She's having so much fun. Alright, so when you pull powers down, remember to keep them in parentheses. Okay, Shadow?
Should there be parentheses then around the
Or if
negative
you're all up on the
2z?
wall.
Yeah, we could put parentheses around the minus 2z, but we really need to multiply all that stuff anyway. Right? So we don't really need them. Okay, so once I'm here, I want to remind you that this thing and this thing are not nice, but they are, yeah, they are just numbers, right? You guys see that? So what I want you to think about is like, okay, what if they were just a number? Like if I just put 7 here and 12 there, what would I do?
You want to get the variable on one side.
Yeah, I got to get the variable alone and the other stuff on the other side, right? So over here I've got the variable times some number, right? Over here, I've got a variable minus something times a number. So what should I do over there?
Distribute.
Yeah, I should distribute. You guys see that?
Yeah.
So I've got minus 2z log of 7.6. Maybe if I rearrange this a little bit. Minus 2 log of 7.6 times z, right? Because all that junk's just a number. And on the other side, I've got a 2 log of 5.3 times z minus
log 5.3.
Yeah, minus log of 5.3. You guys see that?
Logging 5.3 twice.
Because this thing's a number, right?
Has to be times.
And I distributed it into here.
Oh, okay.
Right, if it was a 7, you'd have 14z minus 7, right? So just because it's an uglier number doesn't mean it acts any differently. Okay, see that? It's still just a number. You can treat it just like a number. So I personally would be thinking here, right? All this jazz is a number. All this jazz is just a number. And this thing is just a number. Right?
Yeah.
So what do?
Turn the.
Yeah, you want to combine like terms, right? You want the z's on one side and the numbers on the other. Okay, so which numbers have z's attached to them and which ones don't?
2 log 5.3 and negative 2 log 7.3.
Yeah, this guy's a number with a z on it. That guy's a number with a z on it. They're on opposite sides of the equal sign. I would like to remedy that.
I'm gonna stick with
Okay. So how do you get that thing over here?
Subtract it.
subtract.
Yeah. So it'll just run, right? Oops, flat. We're going to go subtract 2 log of 5.3 z. You guys cool with that? So on the left-hand side, I've got my minus 2 log of 7.6 times z minus 2 log of 5.3 times z. And that's going to equal minus the log of 5.3. You guys a little bit lost, or are you following?
Half and half.
Show of hands for a little lost. Okay, show of hands for following. All right. Looks like the little bit lost have it, so let's go. Let me go back up a step to here. Let me just say, okay, I want to think about this just a little differently. So what if I had 3z is 5z plus 8? Right? What would you do?
You get the 5z off that side.
Yeah, you'd move the 5z to the other side by subtracting that stuff, right? So you go, all right, I'm going to subtract the z's that are on this side. So then I'll have 3z minus 5z is 8, right? So that's exactly where I'm sitting here. You guys see that? I got all the z's to one side. I've got the numbers on the other side. Now I need to, what would you do here?
You take the other one away.
Yeah, you combine these two like terms, right? So you're going to get like
Negative
minus 2z is 8, and that was a combined like terms step.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're going to divide through by the number on,
Right, you're gonna get z's and negative 4.
right? So we'll divide through by negative 2, right? And we'll get whatever we get. You guys see that?
Yeah.
So over here, I'm going to do the same thing, except it's going to be a little bit messy,
Okay.
right? Because I've got some messy number of z's, and then somebody took some messy number of z's away. You guys see that?
Yeah.
So really, I would like to reduce this to one instance of z's, right? So I'd like to say there's some number of z's, and that's minus log of 5.3. You guys all see that? Okay. How many z's did you have?
2 or -4. No.
No.
Yeah, you had this many, right?
You subtract it.
You started with -2 log of 7.6. And then somebody came along and took away -2 log 0.5 of it. So you had this many, take away 2 log of 5.3.
What that is to
Yeah, and you'd like to say that you could combine these somehow,
Yeah,
right?
you would like to get -4 log and then whatever minus 7.6 and 5. Obviously, you can't do that.
You could use some log rules and do that, but it would be a lot of nasty monkey business. Okay?
So do you just leave it like that?
I would just say that thing's a number. It's a horrible, ugly number, but it's a number.
This stuff sucks.
Word.
Yeah, the numbers here really, really suck, right? They're not like 2 or 7. They're these horrible things. But they act exactly the same way as the numbers you know and love, right? You guys aren't going to complain about fractions ever again, are you?
So are you gonna divide that left side?
Let's see the book you
Bottom right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So I'm going to divide through by all that jazz. So I'm going to get z is,
Okay, so.
You're kidding.
it's fine though. You just, it's this number, right?
Over that, yeah.
Over that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's negative log of 5.3 divided by -2 log of 7.6 minus 2 log of 5.3.
What does it mean? That's what z is, but what does it mean?
Yeah, so do you want to get an approximation for this?
Yeah.
No.
You can by just cramming all this in a calculator, right?
Yeah.
Which one would you like better? Would you like that or would you like the whole family calculator one?
Personally,
Yeah, for the test.
I'm not cramming in the calculator.
bam, done.
No kidding.
If you choose to cram this in a calculator, what will be your biggest problem?
You're gonna mess up.
Yeah, you're going to lose a parenthesis and it's going to sort of dork up on you. I would advise for one step at a time calculations, right? But you can cram this in a calculator, and if you pick a good enough calculator, like Wolfram Alpha or a TI-84, it'll re-express it when you hit enter, so you can see if you're writing in the right thing. You guys see that? Cool? Questions? Thanks? Okay. Cool.